Ever wondered how a soldier can blend into their surroundings like a chameleon, virtually disappearing before your eyes? This isn't a work of magic but the result of a methodical, well-thought-out strategy known as military camouflage. This ingenious application of art and science is a crucial component of warfare, tipping the scales between victory and defeat. In this video, we'll journey into the world of invisible warfare, exploring the fascinating concept of military camouflage. We'll delve into the incredible science behind it, understand the different types of camouflage used by the military, and learn how they work. We will also shed light on how this knowledge can be adapted for personal use, whether for wildlife photography, hunting, or simply for a game of hide and seek. So, are you ready to step into the shoes of a soldier and master the art of becoming invisible? Stay tuned to unravel the secrets behind military camouflage. To understand the art of camouflage, we need to dive into the realm of science. Camouflage isn't just about wearing green in a forest or beige in a desert. It's a complex science that relies on several principles such as light reflection, color blending, and pattern disruption. When we talk about light reflection, we're referring to how surfaces interact with light. Every color we see is the result of light being absorbed, reflected, or transmitted. When light hits an object, some of it gets absorbed and some gets reflected. The color we perceive is the light that's reflected. That's why a camouflage pattern reflects the colors of the environment, helping the wearer blend in. Color blending is another essential principle. It's about matching the surrounding colors to make the wearer virtually undetectable. This doesn't mean wearing a uniform of a single color, but rather a palette that matches the environment. Picture a leopard's spots or a zebra's stripes. These patterns are nature's way of blending individuals into their surroundings. Pattern disruption, on the other hand, is about breaking up the outline of an object or person, making it harder to distinguish against the background. This is why military uniforms often have complex patterns, not just solid colors. The patterns disrupt the wearer's silhouette, making them less recognizable. But it's not just about the visual aspect. Camouflage also involves texture. A glossy surface will reflect light differently than a rough one, even if they're the same color. So the material and texture of camouflage gear are also crucial. Lastly, movement can either make or break camouflage. Even the best camouflage soldier can be spotted if they move carelessly. That's why training in stealth and careful movement is a big part of military training. In essence, the science of camouflage is about understanding how light, color, pattern, texture, and movement interact. It's about mastering the art of not being seen, of becoming a part of the environment, and of moving without detection. So, now that we understand the science, let's explore the different types of camouflage used in the military. From forests to deserts, from snow to urban landscapes, the military has a camouflage for every setting. Let's dive into the fascinating world of military camouflage and explore the main types designed to blend into specific environments. First off, we have woodland camouflage. This is probably what springs to mind when most people think of military camouflage. It's a mixture of greens, browns, and blacks, designed to allow soldiers to blend seamlessly into forested areas. Woodland camouflage is all about breaking up the soldier's silhouette and making them part of the natural foliage. Next up is desert camouflage. Desert environments require a completely different color palette. Here we're talking about shades of tan, brown, and beige. The goal is the same: to break up the outline of the soldier, this time against the barren and sandy landscape. Then there's snow camouflage, which is primarily white, often with gray or light blue undertones. This type of camouflage is designed to make the soldier blend into a snowy landscape. It's all about minimizing the contrast between the soldier and the surrounding snow. Last but not least, we have urban camouflage. Now this is where things get really interesting. Urban environments are not monochromatic like forests, deserts, or snow-covered landscapes. They're a mix of grays, blues, whites, and sometimes even reds or browns. So urban camouflage incorporates a range of these colors to blend into the complex backdrop of cityscapes. Each of these types of camouflage is meticulously designed using the principles of color, contrast, and pattern. They're not just about making the soldier invisible, but also about distorting their shape and movement, making it harder for the enemy to detect or target them. And it's not just the uniforms. The same principles apply to military vehicles and equipment. From tanks to aircraft, everything can be camouflaged to blend into its environment, providing an invaluable advantage on the battlefield. With the right camouflage, a soldier can become virtually invisible, but how does this work in practice? Stay tuned to find out. Camouflage is more than just a pattern on a uniform, it's a tool, a strategy, a lifesaver. In the theater of war, camouflage serves as an essential tool for survival. Soldiers use it to blend into their environment, becoming virtually invisible to enemies. Picture this, a soldier in a forest, his camouflage uniform mirroring the surrounding foliage. To the untrained eye, he's just another part of the landscape. But he's not just hiding, he's observing, waiting, ready to strike or defend as the situation demands. This same concept applies to a wide range of scenarios. In the desert, where cover is scarce, camouflage helps soldiers merge with the sand and rocks. In the snowy tundra, white camouflage turns soldiers into indistinguishable parts of the icy terrain. Every environment has its unique challenges, and camouflage is the key to overcoming them. But it's not just about blending in. Camouflage can also serve as a means of deception. For instance, dummy tanks and decoy installations are often camouflaged to look like real threats, diverting enemy attention and resources. This strategic use of camouflage can turn the tide of a battle, proving that the art of invisible warfare extends far beyond mere concealment. Now let's turn the lens to civilian applications of camouflage. Hunters can use these same principles to blend into their surroundings, getting closer to their prey undetected. Bird watchers too can use camouflage to observe feathered friends in their natural habitat without disrupting their routines. Even in the adrenaline-fueled world of paintball, good camouflage can make the difference between victory and defeat. And it's not just about wearing the right pattern. Effective camouflage requires an understanding of the environment, the movement, and the light. It's about knowing when to stay still and when to move. It's about breaking up your silhouette, masking your scent, and minding your shadow. In its essence, camouflage is a game of perception and misdirection, a delicate dance between the seen and the unseen. Whether in the heart of a battlefield or the tranquility of a forest, camouflage is more than just a tool. It's a lifeline. Camouflage truly is the art of invisible warfare. So we've delved into the science, explored the types, and seen camouflage in action. What's our main takeaway? We've seen how the art of camouflage, particularly in military training, is a fascinating blend of science, creativity, and practical application. We've learned that the different types of camouflage, from desert to woodland, from digital to traditional, have their unique roles and are specifically designed for varied environments. This understanding of camouflage can make a huge difference, especially in a military setting. It's not just about being unseen, it's about blending seamlessly into your surroundings, becoming one with the environment. It's about observing without being observed, moving without being detected, and ultimately surviving in challenging situations. Never underestimate the power of effective camouflage. It can be the difference between victory and defeat, between survival and catastrophe. Remember, the art of camouflage is about more than just blending in. It's about surviving and thriving in any environment. Thanks for watching.